Welcome to our channel Learn to Score. In this video, I am going to solve few important problems from the topic of polynomials. I hope you will like the video. Please subscribe to our channel for regular updates. Thank you. Polynomials is an important chapter for your final exam. Based on my analysis of old question papers, I am going to list few important topics from this chapter now. That include find the value of a polynomial, find the quadratic polynomial given its zeros, find the zeros of a quadratic polynomial using graphical method, find the zeros of quadratic polynomial and verify the relation between its zeros and the coefficients, and polynomial division problem. I'm going to solve few problems based on each of these topics. You also solve similar kind of problems from your textbook examples, exercise problems, and old question papers so that you will be prepared well for the final exam. Let us solve some problems. Problem number 1. If p of x equal to x square minus 5x minus 6, find the value of p of 3. It is from year 2016, Andhra State Board exam. We know that if f of x is a polynomial and a is a real number, then value of polynomial f of a is obtained by replacing x of f of x with a. It means to get the value of p of 3, we have to replace x of x square minus 5x minus 6 with number 3, right? Let's do that. So p of 3 is going to be 3 square minus 5 times 3 minus 6. When you simplify it, you get the answer as 12, right? So value of p of 3 is 12. This is what we are asked to find. Let's solve the next problem, that is, if 4 is one of the zeros of p of x equal to x square plus kx minus 8, then the value of k is what? We have to find that. It is from year 2017, Andhra State Board exam. We know that if f of x is a polynomial and a is a real number, then a is called 0 of f of x if and only if f of a equal to 0. It means if 4 is 0 of p of x, then p of 4 is going to be 0. That is the whole idea. Since 4 is one of the zeros of p of x, I can write p of 4 equal to 0. Let's substitute 4 in the place of x for p of x and equate it to 0 so that you can obtain the value of k, right? Let's do that now. P of 4 equal to 4 square plus k times 4 minus 8, that is equal to 0. Let's simplify it such that I can write it as 16 plus 4k minus 8 equal to 0. That is 8 plus 4k equal to 0. It means k equal to minus 8 by 4, that is equal to minus 2, right? So to answer the question, the value of k is minus 2, right? The next problem is find the quadratic polynomial with zeros minus 2 and 1 by 3. It is from year 2016 supplementary exam. We know that quadratic polynomial with alpha and beta as zeros can be written as x minus alpha times x minus beta, right? Just note here, we have zeros as alpha and beta. We are writing the quadratic polynomial as x minus alpha times x minus beta, right? Since we know zeros of the quadratic polynomial that are minus 2 and 1 by 3, we can write the quadratic polynomial as x minus of minus 2 times x minus 1 by 3, right? This can be written as x plus 2 times x minus 1 by 3, right? Now I can rewrite x minus 1 by 3 as 3x minus 1 divided by 3, right? This can be further written as x plus 2 times 3x minus 1 divided by 3. I can write it as 1 by 3 times x plus 2 times 3x minus 1. right? Let's multiply these two first. X plus 2 times 3x minus 1. For that, what we'll be doing is we'll be multiplying x with 3x first and x with minus 1 and then 2 with 3x and 2 with minus 1, right? Let's do that now. X times 3x plus x times minus 1 plus 2 times 3x plus 2 times minus 1. Let's simplify this such that I can write it as this one as 3x square, and this is minus x, and this is 6x, and this is minus 2. Now it can be further simplified and written as 3x square plus 5x minus 2, right? We have already written the given quadratic polynomial as 1 by 3 times x plus 2 times 3x minus 1, right? That can be now written as 1 by 3 times 3x square plus 5x minus 2. This can be further written as x square plus 5 by 3x minus 2 by 3, right? What we have done is we have cancelled this 3 and this 3 for the first term. For second term onwards, 3 divides, right? That's what is our quadratic polynomial. Now to answer the question, quadratic polynomial with zeros minus 2 and 1 by 3 is x square plus 5 by 3x minus 2 by 3. This is what we are asked to find, right? Let's go to the next problem, that is find the zeros of the following graph. It is from year 2020 model paper. As you see here, the graph value of the function goes 0 at these 4 points, right? And we have seen that when the function value becomes 0, that particular value of x is called 0 of the polynomial, right? It means zeros of the polynomial are minus 4, minus 2, minus 1, and 2. This is what we are asked to find. Let us solve the next problem, that is problem number 5. Solve the quadratic polynomial p of x equal to x square minus x minus 6 by graphical method. This is from year 2018. We know that to plot the graph, first we have to obtain values of p of x for different values of x, right? Now the question is what values of x I have to choose such that I can get p of x values. For that, the simple trick is, since minus 6 is given here, minus 6 can be written as 2 times minus 3 or 3 times minus 2, right? So whatever values you choose for x, try to include these numbers minus 2, minus 3, 2 and 3, right? To do that, let me start with minus 4. P of minus 4 is minus 4 square minus of minus 4 minus 6, that is equal to 14, right? Let me now tabulate that. When x equal to minus 4, p of minus 4 is 14. Similarly, let's get the value of p of minus 3. P of minus 3 is 6. You can verify that. P of minus 2 is 0. P of minus 1 is minus 4. And P of 0 is minus 6. P of 1 is minus 6. P of 2 is minus 4. P of 3 is 0. And P of 4 is 6. Now if you plot P of x versus x, you get a figure like this. This is my P of x, the y-axis, and x is x-axis. As you see here, this particular curve, value of this particular curve is going 0 for x equal to minus 2 and x equal to 3, right? Hence I can write that zeros of the given quadratic polynomial p of x equal to x square minus x minus 6 are x equal to minus 2 and x equal to 3. This is what we are asked to do, right? Let's go to the next problem, that is problem number 6. Find the zeros of x square minus x minus 30 and verify the relation between zeros and its coefficients. It is from year 2019 question paper. We know that method of splitting the middle term can be used to find the zeros of a quadratic polynomial, right? For that, what we have to do is we have to find two numbers p and q such that p plus q is going to be equal to coefficient of x and pq is going to be product of remaining coefficients. It means I have to get p plus q equal to the coefficient of x, that is minus 1 here, and pq has to be such that it is equal to 1 times minus 30. 1 times minus 30, that is equal to minus 30, right? Let's write that. We have to find p and q such that p plus q equal to minus 1 and pq equal to minus 30. So what numbers you can think of? I can say that 5 times minus 6 equal to minus 30, right? And 5 plus minus 6 equal to minus 1. It means these two numbers, 5 and minus 6 for p and q, are satisfying both the requirements. P plus q is minus 1 and pq equal to minus 30, right? Using this, let me write x square minus x minus 30 as x square plus 5x minus 6x minus 30. What I have done? I have split the middle term minus x as sum of 5x and minus 6x, right? Now what I can do is I can take x as the common factor from these two terms and minus 6 as the common factor from these two terms, right? When I do that, I can write it as x times x plus 5 minus 6 times x plus 5, right? Now I can take x plus 5 as the common factor from these two terms, right? When I do that, it can be written as x plus 5 times x minus 6, right? The given quadratic polynomial x square minus x minus 30 can be written as x plus 5 times x minus 6. These two are also called linear factors of the given quadratic polynomial, right? Now value of this particular polynomial x plus 5 times x minus 6 is going to be 0 for x equal to minus 5 and x equal to 6, right? When I substitute x equal to 6 here, this particular term is going to be 0. If I substitute x equal to minus 5 here, this particular term is going to be 0, right? It means x equal to minus 5 and x equal to 6 are the zeros of x square minus x minus 30, right? We know from polynomials chapter that sum of zeros of a given quadratic polynomial can be written as negative of quotient of x divided by quotient of x square, right? The quotient of x is minus 1 here and quotient of x square is 1. So let's substitute that so that I can write it as minus of minus 1 time divided by 1, that is equal to 1. And product of zeros can be written as constant divided by quotient of x square. Constant is minus 30 here, right? Quotient of x square is 1. So let's substitute that. So product of zeros is minus 30. This is what we have obtained when we have used the relations given for sum of zeros and product of zeros in terms of quotient of x, quotient of x square and constant of the quadratic polynomial, right? Now what I'm going to do is let me get the sum of zeros x equal to minus 5 and x equal to 6. Their sum is minus 5 plus 6, that is equal to 1. This is exactly equal to what we have obtained from the relation given for sum of zeros, right? Similarly, product of zeros can be written as minus 5 times 6, that is equal to minus 30. That is exactly equal to minus 30 we got here. Therefore, I can say that the relation between zeros and coefficients of quadratic polynomial are verified, right? Let us solve the next problem. That is problem number 7. Divide p of x equal to x power 4 minus 3x square plus 4x plus 5 by q of x, that is x square minus 2, and find the coefficient and remainder. This is from year 2020 model paper. Here in the given problem, x cube term is not given, so I am writing it as 0 times x cube, right? So once we write the given polynomial, let's draw a line as shown here and write x square minus 2 on the other side of the line. And now what we have to do is we have to consider the highest terms of highest exponents in dividend and divisor. This is your dividend and this is your divisor, right? Let's find the terms of highest exponents. X power 4 is the term containing highest exponent of the dividend, and x square is the term containing highest exponent, right? Now let's divide those two. X4 divided by x square, that is equal to x square. Now this particular x square we have to write as part of the quotient. So let me write that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply x square minus 2 with x square, such that I get x power 4 minus 2x square as the product. Now we have to subtract this from the dividend. So let me write 0x cube as is again. When you have to subtract, the idea is you simply change the sign of the expression, terms of the expression below, and sum them. Here x power 4 is positive, that's why I'm keeping negative sign here. And this is 0x cube is again I have written positive, so I can keep it negative now. And minus 2x square is there, it means I have to make it plus. Once you do that, we can sum the terms of the above equation with whatever we have written just now. So x power 4 minus x power 4, this can be cancelled, right? So 0x cube, this can also be cancelled. Now you have 3 minus 3x square plus 2x square. That can be written as plus x square. Sorry, minus x square, right? And let me bring these two terms also down so that it can be written as minus x square plus 4x plus 5. Now I'm going to repeat the steps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to consider the terms of highest exponents now. Minus x square is the term of highest exponent. So let's divide that with x square. When I do that, I get minus 1 as the answer. So this minus 1 has to be written as part of the quotient. Now the quotient has become x square minus 1, right? Now let me multiply x square minus 2 with minus 1 such that it can be written as x square minus x square plus 2. This has to be subtracted from this particular expression. Let's do that now. To subtract, as I said earlier, we will be changing the signs of the terms of the below expression, right? This minus x square becomes plus x square. This minus 0x becomes plus 0x. And this plus 2 becomes minus 2. Now we sum these two expressions term by term. Minus x square plus x square, this can be cancelled. Plus 4x plus 0x, this is 4x. 5 minus 2 is 3. So I can write it as 4x plus 3, right? And as you see here, this particular term has got only degree 1. The exponent is only 1, whereas the exponent of the divisor is 2. That's why we stop here, since the exponent of this particular expression is smaller than exponent of the divisor. We are stopping here and calling these as remainder. So I can now write it as x power 4 minus 3x square plus 4x plus 5 equal to x square minus 2. times x square minus 1 plus 4x minus 4x plus 3, right? We know that dividend equal to divisor times coefficient plus remainder, right? It means x square minus 1 is the coefficient and 4x plus 3 is the remainder. This is what we are asked to find, right? Now let's go to the next problem. That is problem number 8. If p of x equal to x square minus 8x plus k is divided by x minus 1, the remainder comes out to be 6. Then we have to find the value of k. This is from year 2016 Andhra State Board exam. Let's repeat the same process as we have done for the earlier problem. Now we have to consider the terms of highest exponents in dividend and divisor, right? The dividend, it is x square, and divisor, it is x. We have to divide now x square with x such that you get x as the answer, that x has to be part of your coefficient. Write that. Now we have to multiply x minus 1 with x. When you do that, you got x square minus 1x, right? Let's subtract this from the dividend given. When you subtract, what we have done earlier, we'll be repeating the same process. You change the sign of the terms below and simply add them. X square minus x square, this can get cancelled. Minus 8x plus 1x, this is going to be minus 7x. And plus k can be brought down as is. So minus 7x plus k is the answer here. Now you see, this has got exponent 1 and this also has got exponent 1. It means we can further divide, right? For that, what we are going to do is, we are going to consider the terms of highest exponents now. That is 7x here and minus 7x and x. Let's divide that such that you get answer as minus 7, means you have now coefficient as x minus 7. Now what we have to do is, we have to multiply x minus 1 with this minus 7. When you do that, you got the answer as minus 7x plus 7, right? We have to subtract that from this particular expression. When you subtract, what you do is, you will be changing the sign. Let me change it. Now when you subtract, it becomes k minus 7, right? The remainder is k minus 7, and in the problem statement it is given that remainder is 6, right? Remainder is k minus 7, that is equal to 6. It means k equal to 13. This is what we are asked to find, right? I hope you like the video. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel Learn to Score. Thank you.